Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Bridgemaster Expert Series, starting the C problems with C1 here. Let's get started. We opened 2 clubs and settled in 3 no trump, opponents silent. Rather unfortunate that they've removed the heart entry to dummy before we can cash the diamonds. So what do we do instead? We have 2 hearts. 3 diamonds is 5. 2 clubs and a spade is 8. Okay. So if we can develop an extra trick anywhere, we will be happy. The spade holding suggests some kind of throw-in or strip squeeze leading to a throw-in where we can force them to lead spades for us and therefore get a trick. Under what circumstances would that work? If... Let's suppose, first of all, that hearts are 3-2. Sorry. That I have 3 heart losers, which would mean, like, the suit is 5-4. In that case, I can afford to lose 1 club, as well as all the hearts, but I can't then afford to lose a spade to an honor. So we can't just like cash all of our winners outside of spades and then exit with a loser. Like, first of all, that would sort of mean they could take 2 club tricks as well as the 3 hearts and a spade. We would be down 2 then. But we could like duck 1 club. Well, I don't know. So I'm just imagining, like, suppose the same player had 4 clubs, and also, I'm not sure whether I need them to have both spade honors or just 1. And the long hearts. Seems unlikely that one player would have all of those things, but suppose that someone did. In that case, on the run of the diamonds, they're going to come under some pressure, right? We'll win this and cash 3 diamonds, coming down to 9 cards. They have to keep all 4 clubs and 4 hearts, and they can't therefore keep more than 1 spade. I think that makes sense. I don't see any harm in running the diamonds, and if someone comes under so much pressure that they discard a heart, we'll have some idea maybe of what's going on. No. Okay. I think... I mean, ducking a club here seems sort of reasonable. Because if the suit is 3-3, that sets up our 9th trick. And if it's 4-2, but some squeeze is happening, it doesn't seem harmful. And anyway, like, what even is the alternative? You could try, like, cashing a heart and exiting a heart or something like that. But then, the suit could be breaking very badly and you could just go down with hearts immediately. And, like, the idea would be, maybe they'll cash all their hearts and then somebody with 4 clubs and the king and queen of spades would be squeezed by their partner or something like that. But they don't have to cash all the hearts. They can stop, so that's never really going to work. What if... we could try cashing the ace and king of clubs to get rid of the exit of a player dealt only 2 clubs, and then exit a heart, and eventually they would have to lead a spade. But they can always cross to the player... They can use hearts to get to the player who has more clubs to cash, so that'll never work. You could try, like, banging down ace and a spade. Doesn't seem very productive. If the ace drops at singleton honor, you're looking good, I guess. Yeah. And if it doesn't, you could still duck a club to try setting up clubs, right? But if you test the clubs first, you can't then test spades. Like, if you actually cash the clubs or duck a club, you can't afford to play on spades at all. But picking up a singleton spade honor seems very low stakes. Like, there's got to be something more reliable you can do here. Involving and playing someone into leading spades. But there doesn't seem to be. I'm going to try this. Ace of spades. Okay, it didn't work. Duck a club? This probably isn't going to work either, and then I'm going to have to ask Fred for help. Actually, hang on. I shouldn't pitch a spade from dummy. It probably won't matter, but these diamonds are definitely useless, and the spades conceivably could do something. Oh, this was the right idea. Thanks, Fred. Oh. Yeah, banging down the ace of spades. I didn't... That's really the best you can do, huh? I couldn't find anything better. Spades and clubs could offer another trick. You can only lose the lead once. You might think about ducking a club, and then if they're 3-3, then you'll be happy. You can do better by playing a spade to the jack at trick 2. Then, yeah, that's true. You could have done that. I forgot I was in dummy. If East had the king and queen, you could put in the jack. Or if East had doubleton spade honor, West will win the spade, but your ace forces out the king. This plays a little bit better. A third line of play combines chances in both. Almost the same odds of success as playing a spade to the jack. If an honor drops, yeah, that's... I did that. I see. I took the second best line, but it's so close, but you gave me credit anyway. Inferior by 1/4%. Well, fair enough. Boy, I went to the solution to hear you tell me how smart I was, and I guess, you know, you're not chopped liver. What's happening here? Obviously, we wish to set up the clubs, because I don't have any other damn tricks. The concern is that, like, I don't have stoppers elsewhere, really? Like, right? Assuming we have to lose a club trick, which seems likely, we only have 6 of those, and a spade and a heart. Obviously, by not playing the ace of spades on this trick, we can set up a second spade. Then we'll have 2 spades, a heart, and 6 clubs. The problem with that is that when the defense wins this, they won't continue spades. They'll switch to hearts. And then they're going to get a club, at least 3 hearts, and a spade. Unless I can solve the clubs for no losers. Which I won't be able... Well, maybe I will. Maybe there's a... So, okay, playing low spade to the jack is kind of the thing that feels most natural, because you want to get to hand, and it's the one play that might develop into a third spade trick if West has the king, right? You can't get 3 spade tricks otherwise, but I don't need 3 spade tricks. I need 2 of them, and not to get ruined in hearts. So I think what you have to do here actually is play the queen, right? That way, you still set up a second spade trick, but more importantly, you set up a hand entry, because the defense can't allow the queen to win. If they do, you've got the time to lose a club and take 2 spades, a heart, and 6 clubs. So they have to win the queen with the king, attack hearts, and then you can afford to take the club finesse twice, because you're in hand with the ace of hearts, and you can get back to hand with another spade, picking up the suit even if they're 3-0 in the West. I think that's kind of the only thing you can do, right? Everything else seems crazy. Ducking this seems fine. I don't see how you could be punished for that. Of course, they continue hearts anyway, so it doesn't matter, but I don't know. Hey, we did it. West had 3 clubs, and so this line was necessary. We made the contract. Yeah, I think I already described the relevant features here. No need to ask Fred for input. 3 no trump. We have 4 spades and 4 tricks in hand. That's 8. It seems as though we should duck a few hearts. 2 or 3 is not totally clear, but I don't think there's any reason to win this. Because if the defense does anything but hammer on the hearts, we can just lose a diamond to the king, and that'll be our 9th trick when the other diamond on her. And we'd like to cut off the defensive communication in case diamond hearts are 5-3 or worse. If the hearts are 4-4, you really can't fail to make the contract. So we need to be dealing with hearts 5-3 or worse, which suggests winning the 3rd heart? But maybe you win the 4th heart because it's important to rectify the count or something. I don't know. But probably you win the 3rd. I don't know. I think I should, let all 4 heart tricks go by. Because that will inform how I want to play the diamonds, right? If West has found a heart lead from a 3-card suit, certainly possible, then East is the danger hand, and we want to take a diamond finesse, lead the queen through him to guarantee he can't get in. However, if West has 5 hearts, we want to make sure we don't lose a diamond to West, in which case we should play the ace of diamonds on the first round. If it's singleton, great, we've got some diamonds. And if East had the king after all, oh well, I don't mind losing a trick to East. You don't have to take the finesse. But you have to duck 3 hearts to find out how you're supposed to play the diamonds. I think that makes sense. Because otherwise nobody will show out. Okay, so West has all the hearts. You you could, I think, like, okay, there's I think laying down the ace of diamonds is probably the answer, the best play. But there's another possibility to consider at least. Suppose that West has, in addition to five hearts, has four clubs and at least king X of diamonds. In that case, when we run the spades, he's going to be squeezed because he has to preserve both of his. Well, he has to preserve at least two diamonds and three of his four clubs because his partner doesn't stop clubs in that layout. So we'll cash four more tricks, coming down to a 5-card ending, in which West will have to keep two diamonds and three clubs, and will have no room for hearts. At that point, we could play ace king of clubs, exit a club, and West would have to lead away from his king of diamonds. So I think actually for that reason, leading the ace of diamonds is not correct here. Because we should at least test the spades first. Actually, the problem is I'm going to be squeezed if I lead the spades. I can't actually afford to pitch two diamonds because I need those for dummy re-entries. Like, in the squeeze line, yes, that works fine. But it requires me to commit to the squeeze instead of the kind of, like, ace of diamonds diamond, which is more likely to succeed, I think. Could I cash, like, two or three spades first? Is that still okay? I think I could cash three spades pitching a diamond. And I still retain an entry to the queen of diamonds. No matter what the diamond layout is. So I think I can afford to cash three of these. And depending on how the spades suit breaks, maybe you go for the squeeze instead of laying down ace of diamonds. Okay. Good. We've learned that this is not going to work out squeeze-wise. Because West has four spades. East had three. He failed to follow suit to the third spade, so it looks like he has two. But of course, that's because he pitched a spade earlier on a heart. So if West has four spades, and five hearts, and four clubs, he's definitely not getting squeezed in diamonds, because that means he has 0 diamonds. So we now go back to the line of ace of diamonds. There's the king after all. And we pitch a diamond from dummy, and dummy's good. So I wonder if Fred is going to say that you should cash the spades. Like, if you don't, are you going to get punished? Like, if you just lay down ace of diamonds? That would be interesting. Oops, no. Show solution. There are 8 tricks. You develop a diamond, sure, but what if they win the hearts? Yes, hold up hearts to the 4th round. Okay. So he just says the thing I thought of first, which is, you know, to duck 3 rounds to find out who has 5 hearts, and then lay down the ace of diamonds. I think cashing spades first is a little bit, like, I don't know. Maybe you would never take the strip squeeze at the end. Like, what would West's holding have to be in spades for you to try that, right? Maybe if you had no spades, you'd give it a shot. Because you won't be able to find out that he has 4 clubs You'll just have to assume it. But, I mean, if West had 0 spades, and East had all 7 baby spades, you know, maybe it would be reasonable to play West for 4 clubs at that point. In which case, cashing the spades, pitching diamonds would squeeze West. So I think it's a tiny improvement, but I don't know if you would ever actually go for it. The point is, I cashed enough spades that I could find out whether it was even possible before going back to the original line. Well, the diamond, I mean, okay, so if hearts come in, we have no problems, right? 6 hearts, 4 clubs, and 2 spades is 12. Nobody bid anything, right? Yeah. Actually, I guess if the spade gets roughed, we could be in trouble. Let's play low and see. No. Okay. It seems sort of obvious to me that the only way to get rid of this spade loser is to take a double trump finesse in diamonds. Right? Which is unlikely to work. You would need East to have both the ace and king. So maybe there is something better somehow? Man, it is. There's just not a lot happening, huh? We've intentionally been given only 2 dummy entries in clubs, for what that's worth. Oh. What if... No. I had some idea about, like, leading spades up to the ace-king so that East can't ruff without blowing up his trump trick. But if East has a trump trick, he can just duck the spades, and then we're going to lose the 2 anyway. It's not like setting up the spades is going to somehow get rid of your trump loser. Huh. Is there some complication with the double diamond finesse that makes it more difficult than it looks? I guess so. Because you don't have that many dummy entries in clubs. You can't just cross the queen, lead a diamond, ruff the king, cross to a club, lead a diamond, ruff the ace, because then you'll be left without dummy entries to finally cash the last diamond. So I think you're supposed to play king ace of hearts so that you're in dummy at the time that you know trump aren't splitting, and can then go back to the diamond finesse. Because if it turns out the spades are splitting, great news. Sorry, not the spades, the hearts. Then you can just, like, ruff a diamond to hand, draw trump, and lose a spade. There's risk in trying to set up a diamond to pitch a spade, which is that what if you lose the diamond and then West gives East a spade ruff, but hearts were 2-3, and you didn't need to lose any hearts, and it would have been okay to lose a spade. So I think you have to play trump in this order, so that you make use of dummy's entry in the, like, you get the information just in time to decide whether you should risk playing on diamonds or not. Since West has a heart trick, we do need to play on diamonds. Almost pitched the ace there. Bad play. And we do need to lose the heart here, because I cannot stand for West to ruff any of these important tricks, right? Do I still have all the entries I need if I do that? I think so. The clubs should... Well, let's see. If I lose a heart, what's West going to do? Continue spades, I imagine. Win that with the ace. Cross in clubs, diamond finesse. Ruffing. Cross in clubs, diamond winning. Back to the ace of clubs. Yes, that all works. Okay. Okay, good. Good. This was the right approach. Next deal. 3 spades, 3 no. Yeah, it doesn't seem like an unreasonable bid. I mean, the spade holding is very interesting. We're going to be trying to end play East into giving us a dummy entry, presumably, right? Because we have only 6 tricks in hand. We're going to have to get the dummy somehow. I don't really think it's a good idea to duck a heart, right? They'll just switch to diamonds, and then we're toast. So win this. Unblock the clubs. And try ducking a diamond, probably? Because we need... we need East to run out of red cards. He was dealt 7 spades and at least 2 clubs. Actually, no, ducking a diamond would be bad. West would win and could continue diamonds, and then if he had 5 of them, we would be in trouble. Well, but ducking a heart is also... I don't know. As long as he doesn't have 6, that'll be fine, right? Actually, wait a minute. Maybe I was supposed to duck the heart lead. Huh. We have to somehow play. Okay, so East has 7 spades and at least 2 clubs, so that's 9 cards. So he has 4 cards in the red suits. What we have to do, gosh, excuse me, is play enough cards in each of the red suits. Yeah, I think I was wrong to win trick 1, actually. I thought, oh no, West will switch to diamonds, and I have an even worse stopper in diamonds than hearts. But who cares how good the stopper is? You only need to stop a suit once. Ace is good enough. I have to make sure that I can play as many cards in the red suits as possible. And if East has 3 diamonds, there's kind of nothing I can do. But if he has 2 diamonds, then I can just duck 1 diamond. However, if he has... Well, I don't know, slow down. What was the problem with winning the Ace of Hearts? The problem was I couldn't really handle East having 3 hearts. Because I couldn't afford to I couldn't duck a heart and a diamond. Because West would win and continue hearts. So I have to take this duck while I can. East switches to diamond. West switches to diamonds, rather. And we duck a couple of these as well. Oh no! I didn't think of that. Oh, that's not going to work at all. Oh, East, you're so smart. East is volunteering for the end play, but doing it at a time when I haven't unblocked clubs. I see. Well, this clearly wasn't working. So I guess you do win the heart, after all. Unblock the clubs. And you have to guess which red suit East might have 3 of. Well, no. You can't even handle East having 3 diamonds, because they'll win and switch to hearts, right? So... Doesn't this mean we're kind of playing East for 7-2-2-2? Can you not do better than that? Maybe not. I believe you can afford to duck this if you want, but it doesn't really accomplish anything. Well, East might have 3 diamonds. Yeah. Because if East has a stiff heart, he might have 7-1-3-2. In which case we do need to duck this diamond. And West switches to hearts for us. Okay. Well, I have to duck this as well, yeah? This is great news. Because what if East has 3 hearts and I win the ace? I'll be in trouble, right? He could be. Still, I think. Maybe that's not possible. 7-2-3-2. No, that's not possible. Okay. So I guess we can win this. And East has only spades to return, so we create the dummy entry we needed. Okay, slipped up on a couple little things there. Seven, 2-2-2, huh? Yeah, you have to obviously you have to duck a spade to East, while East can only return spades or clubs. I'd be fine with a club return. Yeah, so you can afford to duck once or twice. Yeah, I know. You're talking about, rosy land where everything goes right. I feel like you have to think about the potential red suit holdings East could have to understand the line. But okay, fine. Just don't tell me. See if I care. I mean, We have what looks like a certain club loser, and so we should try to play hearts for no losers, right? Which would be like ace of spades, ace of hearts, take the finesse. Or, I suppose, ace of spades, ace king of hearts, if we had some reason to think the suit is more likely to be 2-2 than queen third onside. But generally speaking, well, actually, I guess... Generally speaking, you should not finesse here. But I sort of suspect that the interesting part about this deal will be that we have a surprise heart loser late. I think that this deal would be most interesting if East had all 4 hearts. Because in that case, even though you take the trump finesse, you still have a heart loser. And then you look dead, of course, because you have a club loser remaining. But you can try for an elopement where you ruff all 3 of the spades with your 3 baby hearts in hand, and you lose the heart trick at the same time that you lose a club trick. You play ace king of clubs, lead a club, one of them wins it, and the other one has to ruff. At any rate, pretty much any kind of interesting play that you're preparing for, you might as well ruff a spade at trick 2. West is not going to have a singleton, I wouldn't think, and this is sort of necessary in case the hearts are 4-0. Ah, West has 4 hearts. Okay. I guess that also happens. That could be interesting. So now we have 2 certain heart losers, it would seem. The only way to survive is to force West to lead a heart for us after winning his second to last heart. It still seems right to ruff spades, but you maybe don't have to ruff 2 of them. Do you? I mean, yes, right? You're going to have to get to an end position where South has the king jack of hearts and 1 other card, and West has 3 hearts. Then you lose a card to one of West's hearts, and West returns another heart. You could have the last card in South's hand be a heart, but in that case, you must have lost a club, right? Because how else did you get rid of this 2? So I think you have to get to a position where South has 2 hearts and a club. Which means you have to have ruffed both spades. So it seems as though we will need West to have 4 or 5 spades, 4 hearts, 3 or 4 diamonds. Well, what's the minimum we need West to have in each suit? 4 spades, 4 hearts, 3 diamonds, and 2 clubs. Right? We need all of those things. And that's 13 cards. So there's no way we need to increase the minimums in any of them. We need West to have everything, exactly that shape. In which case, it almost seems like there's nothing left to do, just cash winners and rough stuff. And hope for the best. Order doesn't matter, because West is never going to get a chance to pitch something. If he were, he would over-rough instead, and we would go down. Okay, well, easy hand, I guess. Was the important lesson just to remember to rough it trick 2? I guess it must have been. Yeah, okay, we got him. See, East is winning a club at the same time as West is roughing with his heart winner. So that's how we avoid losing a club and lose only 1 heart. Yeah, so I guess the only, like, this seems too easy for an expert deal. Like, it seems pretty safe to rough a spade, and there are numerous kinds of end positions where you need to shorten your hearts. And that's kind of the only useful thing to do with your dummy entry anyway. So you don't have to think very hard to come up with some situation where roughing is a good idea. It's only a bad idea if West has singleton jack and East has king queen 7th, and, you know, oops, I meant to look at the auction. Can't do that apparently. I guess East might not have been bidding, but anyway, it's quite unlikely to cost, and there are multiple ways it can help. Oh, hang on, we're done. Spoilers, don't look at tomorrow's problem. Okay, that's our 6 deals for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.